Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to walk you through a real estate investment deal step by step. We'll analyze the deal together and share the process end to end in a simplified manner for you. But in this video, I also want to share a very important moral story with you folks. This story is about a mother who had bad credit and she had lost her child, and she ended up staying in my property, the same property that we're analyzing together. And so it's a sad story with a happy ending, and I'd like to really share with you guys. A lot of knowledge, but with a twist. So if that interests you, stick around for more. So this all happened at a time when I didn't have a full-time job. I was out of a contract, no income coming in, and I only had 5 months of savings. Just 5 months. Needless to say, I was in a precarious situation. So the way the deal started is one fine evening I came back from the outside and I got a call from my friend realtor Frank, and Frank said to me that this person Greg has a great deal, would you be interested in? So I said to myself, wow, I don't have any money, how am I going to chase this deal? But I said, wait a second, let me just find out if this deal is even worth looking into so I can then go and figure out how to get money for this deal. So I didn't have a job, 5 months of saving, and here I'm looking for a real estate deal. That's pretty ballsy, I would say. So Frank showed me an email that came from Greg. This was a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom townhome in a beautiful community, great location. So immediately I asked him for comparisons, comparative analysis of the property to see what other properties are selling for the same price or similar. Most of the properties in that area of that size were selling for about 320 or 325K. I checked the schooling, I checked the HOA fees, I checked the taxes, I checked the crime rate, I checked the walk store, I checked if there's buses around, I checked it was close to the metro, everything check. Let me also tell you, I did some more market research to find out what other properties in the area, despite of my realtor submitting his comparisons, I want to do my own due diligence, which is something you should also do. What I found out to my surprise, every property was in the 325, 330 range, but there was one property that was selling for over $400,000 right across the street. So I said to myself, what is going on here? Why is this property so expensive? So I went across the streets and I found out this property was just stunning. Well, the only difference this property had compared to mine is this property had one extra bathroom. That was the only difference. So I was like, bingo. If I can add one more bathroom to my property that I'm trying to get across the street, I could sell it for the same price. $100,000 difference almost. And I'm surprised other investors were not able to see that fine point, but I did. So that was the trigger that got me interested in this deal. And those are the triggers you should also look for in a deal like that. Is there something that you can leverage to increase the value of the property? That's really what we're trying to do, folks, in any investment property. So long story short, my realtor friend Frank asked Greg, would you be able to give us this property for 240K? Of course, 240K was a bit higher than 230K. And he said, sure, if your client agrees, let's do it. So all of a sudden we had a deal. Well, we have the deal, but we have no money. So the question now was, how do we fund the deal? Well, there's some options. You can go to the bank, you can ask for private money and so on and so forth. I didn't have time for any of that. What I wanted to do is the following. I wanted to chase down a hard money lender who can give me the money as quickly as possible. With minimal credit check, maybe some bank account statements and so on and so forth. So I chased down a hard money lender. She was kind enough to ask me for my credit score, which was really good. I had accumulated a really good credit score and also a credit amount. Okay, so that really helped me get that deal. But the numbers of the deal, the rehab costs and all those numbers, which I'll talk about in detail now, were really stellar. The lender didn't have any issue giving me the deal, thinking that I could easily flip that property for a much healthier profit, especially with the strategy I had in mind of adding another bathroom. Now, the bathroom is the key of this story, folks. So let's look at some of the numbers, okay? Cost of acquisition of the property is $240,000. The duration to fix the property is 2.5 months, roughly 2.5 to 3 months. The cost of acquiring the loan, the hard money loan, is about $6,000 to $7,000 for 2 to 3 months, right? It was $2,000 a month payment. I also checked the properties in that area were renting for about $1,900 roughly. But if I could add the bathroom to this property, I could rent it for even higher price. or I could flip this property, right? Many different options. So the net cost of acquiring the property was $240,000 for the property price, $25,000 for repairs, plus $6,000 or $7,000 for the hard money loan that I was getting, plus a few $1,000s closing costs. So let's say we were averaging about $270,000 or so all in, and the property's mine. So after a few calls, after giving her the credit report, after doing all the diligence and a lot of paperwork and back and forth phone calls, I was able to get the loan verified. Well, now I have the loan, the seller is ready, the price is locked, okay? So we close on the deal. Well, we close on the deal, but how do I come up with the money for repairs or contractors? So I had a challenge on how to pay the contractors and the materials, right? Keep in mind, I only have 5 months of savings, so I can't use my personal money until I find a new job or a new contract. So guess what I did? Guess where I found the money from? You guessed it right. Credit cards. I use my credit cards for all of it. For all of it. Folks, I had worked over past 6 or 7 years to improve my credit and also leverage my credit limit, okay? So credit card after credit card after credit card is what I had accumulated. If you don't have at least 7 to 8 credit cards, the top tier ones that have $30,000, $40,000, I had $150,000 limit on my credit cards total. So I could have maxed it out, but in this deal I only needed 30. But the beauty of this is this, folks, that not only that I was able to use credit cards, but I was able to also accrue points on those credit cards, which means for me that I can also travel for free once I'm done with this property. You see the point? Essentially, now I won't get into too much detail on how we were able to obtain a contractor. I have many contacts, so I can get contractors. But if you want to find a contractor, you can go on Craigslist, you can go on many different online platforms. You can go to Angie's List to find a contractor. But needless to say, in this case, we were able to find a fantastic contractor, okay? So let me show you how we created a bathroom in this property. What you're seeing on the screen is a picture of a closet. I masterminded this plan to put a brand new stand-up shower and a beautiful bathroom, a gorgeous bathroom in that closet space. So now we turned this house from 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath to 2.5 bath, and the value just went up. And that's beautiful, folks. When you acquire a property, you must look for these kind of opportunities, because these opportunities are just gold coins for you. It's free money. Okay. Also, let me also show you some other parts of the project that you can learn from. If you see this old kitchen that we had, we renovated the kitchen with beautiful granite countertops, nice backsplash, but also we opened up the area between the kitchen and the living room. Just opened everything up. We cleaned up the stairs. We stacked up the washer and dryer on top of each other instead of the way it was before, which was next to each other. So we saved a lot of space by stacking up the washer and dryer and the closets and the wall between the kitchen and the living room. So that's how you create the illusion of space in a small property. I will tell you this, that every single person by the time we were finished with the property who walked across the street said this is the most beautiful kitchen, because they could see it across these beautiful glass doors we had put in. This is the most beautiful kitchen they've ever seen in that community. And that's the standard I was thriving for, because I had seen the house on the opposite side of the street and I wanted to make sure I can do everything possible to make my house sell at that price. So now we're sitting at $400,000+ possible sale price. So I put the house on sale now. And I got 5 offers in a matter of a week, just like that. And this was a few years ago, but the market wasn't hot. So I said to myself, AK, what are you gonna do? So here's what I did, folks. I rejected all the offers and I wanted the best of both worlds, which is to get my money out of the property, but also not sell the property, because I knew the property was gonna keep going up. And I will show you in the end of the video what is the price of the properties now. So here's what I did. I refinanced the property and took my money out and I rented the property. And guess how much it rented for? It rented for $2,150, $2,150. Almost $1,150 over the price of any other house in that neighborhood. Now, why would somebody pay that much money? Because this property was pristine. It had space, it had an illusion of space, and had everything new. Everything brand new, appliances, countertops and tiles and brand new hardwood floors, a beautiful backyard, beautiful front yard, newly painted house. This was a turnkey property. So who wouldn't pay another $100 a month extra? So here's where the story of the lady starts, folks, that I was telling you about, the sad story. I rented this property not to everybody else who had money, but to a mother, who didn't have good credit. She had bankruptcy on her credit, didn't have good credit, had good income, had a good job. She had 2 kids and 2 dogs. And I gave her the property because I took a chance on her. I wanted to help her out. And that's what this channel is about, folks. Everybody can make money. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. But to be an extraordinary entrepreneur is someone who also uses their morals and values to help people. And that's exactly what I wanted to do, is help this lady. So I took a chance on her. Guess what happened? A year later, COVID hit. She could not pay the rent for many, many, many months. And what happened after that is even worse. She lost her daughter. She lost her daughter. Her daughter was sick. She suicided in the same property. Suicide. Can you imagine what this person went through? Now, all the people that I know, the businessmen, they told me, if this person doesn't pay the rent for the next few months, you need to find a new tenant. And I said, no, I can't do that. I can't throw this woman out on the street because she had bad credit. She won't be able to find any other place to stay. And this woman was devastated. So I helped her out, folks. And by doing that, I fulfilled myself not only financially, but also emotionally. And how did I do that? I was able to find other venues, local county, cities, organization, church donations that helped her pay some of the rent so I could pay the mortgage. And the months that she was not able to pay, I just essentially took the hit. The reason this story is also special to me, folks, and I'm sharing with you, is I lost my dad 2 days ago. I lost my dad. And it made me realize what life is about. I want you guys to learn from this video. I want you guys to make money, but also do the right thing. Where you can, try to help people. Try to help each other. Try to help a woman like her. And maybe even more people. And that's what I want this channel to be about. But if you like this cause, and if you like this kind of cause, this purpose, please subscribe to this channel. Please like this channel. Please show your support so I can help more people. God has given me a lot of money. I don't need any more money to be happy. I have all this wealth, this nice houses and everything else. But I want to turn the corner now. And I want to make it about people. I want to make it about you. People who are the outsiders. People who never get a chance. People who have bad credit. People who don't get asked their opinion of. That's what I want to dedicate these videos and this channel to, in helping people who don't have resources, who don't have the means. With that, I thank you very much. I hope I'll see you in my next video. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Live an amazing life.